camera. Well, anyway, here's another video. I just wanted to answer some of the questions that I might have asked if I saw myself in the future when Amara was still small. So, I don't know, maybe it can help other people. Let's get on to it. So, number 1. Are you sure Amara is gifted? My answer is probably yeah. Because a 2-year-old who reads like a first grader is not normal. I know it is not normal. It's just ridiculous. And I read something about hyperlexia before. There are like 3 types of hyperlexia that I know of based on what I've read. Hyperlexia is like the opposite side of the spectrum with dyslexia. It's learning how to read more advanced, and I think she has that. Based on what I've read, there are 3 types of hyperlexia. There's the first type, which is just genius level reading. Nothing wrong with them. They're advanced at any stage. The second one is being able to read but also having ASD or ADHD or stuff like that. And the third type is like having the signs of autism in some of them, but eventually growing out of them. Question number 2. When did you see signs that she's gifted? I knew she was kind of smart before she turned 1. She was doing animal sounds. Like, I couldn't get most of it on video because babies are tough to shoot. I know she was smart, but I didn't know like smart. At around 6 months, she was trying to say mama. She could already say dada, but she was trying to say mama, except that she couldn't really sound the M sound and just started saying baba instead, but with the full intention of saying mama. I don't know, it's probably just me. I just thought it's kind of odd that she would intentionally not babble. It's not babbling. She's saying 2 syllables, like baba, like trying actively to say mama. By the time she turned 7 months, she could say it already, and I'm like, oh yay. By 15 months, she already knew the whole alphabet and the sounds that each letter makes, and she was pointing at signs all around and saying the letters that compose the signs. Like if she saw a stop sign, she'd say S or whatever letter she sees. Up until 20 months, she was already reading 3-letter words. Yeah. Those are the times I figured that maybe she's smart. Not necessarily gifted, but when she was reading CVC at 18 to 20 months, that was just like, there's something here. I noticed something, yeah. It took a while. Maybe I would have asked myself also, what are the things that I may have done with Amara that might be different with others? Maybe teaching her with writing sometimes, because she is sort of hyperlexic, so she likes it when she can read the stuff that I want her to do, like instructions or stories or whatever. And like what I said in my previous video, I calm her down by singing a French song. I am always available for hugs and songs when loud sounds go off, because she's really sensitive. Like, I think it's common with a lot of gifted children, but she's really sensitive to noise, and actually she's sensitive about everything. She's picky with her food because of the textures. She doesn't like touching sticky or slimy things. There was a time when she hated bubbles. Like, she loves bubbles, but there was a time that she hated them. She would cry. She was scared of them because it touched her. I had to deal with that. I actually forgot how I dealt with that. So I'm always available for her when she does get scared. It's something that takes place every day. Every time a motorcycle goes zooming by, I should be there. I'm there. I would have asked myself this totally. The things I've learned to help with the challenges such as tantrums, well, talking a lot and singing a lot helps her calm down. We're all human, so we make mistakes. And it's not every time that her tantrums are dealt with like this, but it helps sometimes. Her main calm down method is like music. So it's either I sing or I turn up a music video or some music on the speakers. She just has to listen to something, maybe Moana, maybe that French song, whatever. Yeah, it helps her calm down. Even just talking a lot to her calms her down. Even if she's crying inconsolably, talking a lot to her helps her calm down. Like if I leave her alone, she just cry and cry and cry until I talk to her again. So yeah. One thing I always do with her is saying what I need to do with her in advance. She has a schedule. We follow it. I think I showed it in a previous video. It helps that she knows that something's going on to be next. And I just tell her before it starts. Like, for example, if she's watching a TV show, I'd say like, okay, in a little bit we'll go and take a bath, for example. So she knows that she's gonna take a bath after a while, and then I'm gonna remind her. And then by the time that it does end, by the time that the show ends, she's ready. She doesn't cry anymore, and she's like glad to go. It just helps that she's ready for the next activity. Something I've learned also is to stop trying to be perfect. Just do the best you can in a situation, you know. There are times that like we overthink ourselves and our actions. It's something that moms do. A lot of moms do. And you're doing the best you can. Give yourself a break. Yeah. Giving her stuff to do, like tasks, like helping feed the cat, for example, or like putting her clothes in the hamper, or just the little things like wiping down her messes. It gives her a sense of responsibility and gives her choices. Those things lessen the meltdowns. Like I let her pick the clothes she'd wear after her bath, and I let her pick some of the breakfast she eats sometimes. Just little things like if she wants juice or milk, or if she wants granola, dried fruit, or cereal. It helps lessen the meltdowns by a lot. So that's something. Making rules with her also helps. Not necessarily just like giving her free reign over whatever rule that we're gonna make up. No, it's more of when I decide that a rule should be in place, she's included and she's aware of the situation of why we're setting up the rule, and like agreeing on minutes for this, or picking up toys before doing something else, or maybe like eating her meal first before having dessert, something like that. Just making her aware that we're doing this for a reason, and saying the reasons to her, like why we don't want her to eat a lot of sweets and stuff like that, because her teeth might rot or something. I don't know. It helps. It actually helps. And even if she still does get a lot of tantrums every now and then, at least it's not all the time and every day, you know. There are good days when she doesn't have any, and it's because I've learned these things through the months that she's been having tantrums. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. Maybe I'll make another video on the things that I let her decide, and maybe film her making those decisions as well. So, see ya!